Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new to this channel, welcome, and I highly recommend that please do subscribe to this channel for many upcoming new videos on this channel. I can't believe it's already March and it's time to step out into garden and start gardening. I grew up with fresh vegetables out of the family garden. Growing a vegetable garden for fresh food is more important than ever. There's absolutely nothing quite like fresh vegetables, fruits, and herbs, especially if you grow them. I'm always thrilled to try out at least one new vegetable, fruit, or herb in my garden. I'm so much inspired to grow more and more every year. I simply love and enjoy gardening. It's a place where I find myself.
When the seeds are quite mature like this.
As soon as winter is over, I start cleaning my garden and inspect many plants, trees, or whatever I have in my garden. And cleanup is the key. I know I like to clean up everything as soon as weather gets kind of around 75 degrees, 70 degrees, and so I can start working in the morning, and in the afternoon it kind of gets hot again, so I just try to work in early morning or late evening. My spring garden cleanup checklist consists of like pruning shrubs, remove winter mulch, brush back leaves on the top of plants, pull dead annuals, remove dead growth from perennials, clean up the vegetable garden, pull weeds, edge garden beds, and so on. To keep my garden weed free, I use plastic landscape. And in today's episode, I'm going to share how one can save money on soil. If you happen to get some free large containers like I have, but they are way too bigger and they take a lot of soil, so I came up with the idea. I actually saw online that you can just throw some cans, containers to save some soil. So with this trick, I get elevation and whiteness that I need. Now here I got some milk containers that I saved. In Florida, it's all sand and the soil is very expensive. Now I want the big container, but I do not really need the depth. But I do want this white container for my mint. I got all these containers for free, so I'm like, such a good deal. And I badly needed some of it to transplant my herbs and stuff like that. So what I'm doing here to save some soil, as I said, soil is very expensive here. So what I'm doing is I am arranging some milk containers again, and I got this idea from online. So I'm just going to go ahead and dump some milk containers and then add some soil, so it will take less soil that way. Go ahead and arrange them like so. So now you can see you can save a lot of soil. Next, add some soil. And this is the cheapest variety I'm using at the bottom. The plant that you want to grow in the container. So here I have mint. Right now it's in a small container, so I'm going to transfer it into the big container. Alright, so here I have planted mint now and added some good soil now on the top, and so this container is ready for mint. Mint takes over all the space you give to it, so I prefer to plant mint in a container rather than in the ground. Another way to save soil is to fill the containers with biodegradable scraps like tree leaves, kitchen vegetable scraps, newspapers, and so on. So just learn the simple ways you can cut back and reach your savings goals. Once you have reached the halfway through the container, add some good soil. And I also prefer to add some cow manure. And now simply you are ready to plant anything you want. Let me show you my garden first before we start into like saving money on soil. This year I have made a few changes in my garden, and so let's walk through my garden first. So starting from winter gardening, my fenugreek leaves are still doing good, and some cilantro, coriander leaves over there. This is tulsi, ram tulsi, and a friend of mine gave me a chili plant, so I'm going to plant that soon. And then just mint here, spring onion, lemongrass, garlic. I already shared video how to grow green garlic, like how to sprout garlic basically, and I really love to add that in my cooking, like after as a garnishing, after the dish is completely cooked and stuff like that. These containers, actually, if you remember from last year, basil, I had like two kinds of basil, sweet basil and purple basil. So I'm going to plant the same this year again. And out here, mint is doing wonderful now. It has started growing. All these died during winter. We had actually a little bit of harsh winter this year, and so almost everything is gone. So I trimmed my curry leaves. As you can see, this curry leaves plant used to be like above my house, but we trimmed it this year really well so that it sprouts with the new leaves and stuff like that. And we kind of spreaded mulch in this area because Florida weed is so stubborn, and so this year I decided to spread mulch, and my husband helped me with these things. I mean he actually did everything in this corner. Once I cleaned up, he just went ahead and spreaded the mulch. My surprisingly, my eggplant, baby eggplant, grew on its own, as you can see, but the other parts I don't see any progress. So I'm going to plant new eggplants and many other vegetables. These are all the trash from the cleaning, and all the flowers have started blooming. As you can see, it's springtime, so I love all sorts of flowers in the garden. Look at in that corner, I have those red kind of berry things. I love them too. And today actually is the beautiful day. As you can see, the sky is blue. Look at that, amazing. And then my front is not clean yet because the lawnmower people haven't showed up yet, and so hopefully once they come, everything will be nice, neat and clean. But right now, a lot of leaves, as you can see. I kind of love to spend so much of time in my garden, especially when the weather is beautiful. Right now even the weather is just amazing, and so I love to spend like time, and at the same time we get to eat lots of fresh vegetables, herbs, and a lot more, right? It's kind of a one way, it's kind of a gym to me. Sometimes I have to work really hard to clean up something, but most of the time, once you are done with planting all the seeds, all you have to do is like water them regularly, keep the surroundings clean. So those are the few things that of course we have to do. But other than that, many plants, they do not require a lot of care. So I simply love to keep on throwing seeds in my garden and see what it gives me. So last year I shared video like how I planted so many roses. Roses are doing great, but look at my avocado plant. It died. I mean, it was like about 4 feet tall. It grew so tall, but winter killed my plant, but it's bouncing back. Look at this. It's sprouting really well from the bottom. So I'm not going to touch right now, and I'm going to see later if I can cut all those dry things. This is another avocado plant. This rose actually is not doing that good, but most rose plants survived. This is pomegranate. Died actually, but then it started sprouting again. I'm happy. Mint, rose again. So I have a lot of roses in my garden. This is like a Mexico hush avocado. The other one is the one that I showed earlier, are Florida avocados. So another plant is here, and this is the area, I'm not sure if you remember, like I have already planted bottle gourd and like a duty known as, and also I don't know what are they called, turia, which is like a ridge gourd. Yes, so I planted actually only 2 things so far in those area, and I still have to plant a lot more, but before that I have to clean this area as well. And let me show you, we trimmed this lemon plant because it was growing almost everywhere. When I passed through my lemon tree, oh my god, the smell is so amazing because of all the flowers. Look at so many flowers already on this lemon plant. Lemon tree, actually it's not a plant anymore. Look at how big it is. My lime tree, plant survived. This is orange, also survived, and I already got actually 1 orange even. And look at all those flowers. Oh my gosh, they smell so good. I don't need jasmine in my garden, like they smell so great. And this area, I'm really hoping to work on it this year, because still again, I use that weed mat, but still all the weeds, stubborn weeds, is growing in this area, and I really want this area looking nice because it's very close to the porch and can be seen from the porch. So I really want to make this like look good. And here we have orange that I planted last year. I showed you this bucket if you remember, and look at them now. They're doing so well. This is like mitapan. It's beetle leaves, not doing so good, but I think it will come back to life. This is the fertilizer I'm making this year, like a compost. So what I do, like I keep on throwing, like my mother-in-law keeps on throwing all the kitchen scraps, and then I just go ahead and layer the soil on the kitchen scraps. And so slowly when it's filled with a little bit of more kitchen scraps, I'm just going to cover with soil and then allow it to compost. But you can use, like, you can buy a compost container, but I'm not kind of spending money yet, but if you want to, you can. And there's a orange tree, orange plant. I transplanted one from that bucket in this area, and it's doing great, and hopefully it grows. So this is orange. So here I have like green peas. And I am ready to harvest some of the green peas today to use in my salad. Alright, so I got some of the green peas here, and I already have some harvested earlier. So last year I shared a lot of gardening videos and I shared lots of tips even, but a lot of time I get one question is like how to keep the bugs away from garden, and I shared the remedy for it. Like you can use like 1 teaspoon of hydrogen peroxide or 1 teaspoon of neem oil, and then add a gallon of water to it and feed that solution to your plants, and that should take care of the bugs that you have in your garden. To me personally, gardening is like a therapy. It improves physical health and produces nutritious homegrown goodies, but its therapeutic benefits extend beyond that. From relaxation and stress relief to formal therapist-directed programs, mental and emotional well-being get welcome boost along the garden path. So friends, I really hope I inspired you to start your own gardening. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please do like and comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new videos every week. You can download Bhavna's Kitchen app totally free on your iOS, Android and many other mobile devices. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Pinterest. Bhavna's Kitchen is everywhere. Thanks for watching and see you soon.